Turning now to the state's latest number of coronavirus cases. There are now 800 people infected in Georgia with 26 deaths. The numbers continuing to rise rapidly as more testing is done. Also, Governor Kemp issuing a new executive order, this one affecting the medically fragile and limiting gatherings of 10 people or more. One of his main concerns this morning is where to house COVID-19 patients. Let's turn to Christy Diaz right now. She's live at home with more details on his executive order.
Sheba, hospitals are also reaching their tipping point, especially in hot spots across the state like Albany. So here's his plan. Governor Kemp says he has asked the federal government to keep Dobbins Air Reserve Base open even after cruise ship passengers leave. That will open up about 200 patient beds. Kemp said the state has also constructed an isolation zone that can hold 20 emergency units and another 240 dorm rooms for patient use. Now, the third option is to use all available outpatient surgical centers. They've come up with another 600 beds that way, but that's not all.
Right now, the state is exploring projects with the Army Corps of Engineers for arena space and large buildings, and we are considering the conversion of vacant and underutilized properties of all types for hospital space.
Now, along with beds and space, you also need doctors and nurses. So he has lifted the restriction for any medical personnel whose license lapsed in the last 5 years, and he's also allowing graduate nurses to get a temporary license so they can practice. Sheba.